You've heard that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, correct? This is a classic example. Let's say you go to the doctor, you have high blood pressure, and the doctor says to you, I have a prescription for you. Now it's gonna cost you nothing, it has no side effects. In many cases, it's just as effective as many blood pressure medications. The reason this prescription lasts so long is because it stimulates the natural production of nitric oxide in your body and antioxidant activity such that it reduces the breakdown of that nitric oxide, and that's why this prescription lasts for so long. The patient says, that seems like a lot of work. And what is that prescription? It's cardiovascular exercise, and cardiovascular exercise is a bitter pill to swallow. Why do so many people not do it? I don't know. Why do people smoke? Why are they still wearing masks in their car by themselves? I think I know why people don't do it. Because it's not fun. If you can make it fun, then it would work better. But here are 4 rules for cardiovascular exercise that you need to follow in order to make it work for you so that it'll lower your blood pressure. Number 1, you need to do the intensity hard enough that it actually improves your heart. So there's a couple ways to do this. The first way would be to take 180 minus your age. Now, let's say you're 50 years old and 180 minus your age would be 130. That's the heart rate, or the amount of times that your heart should beat when you're doing exercise to help your heart. So you need some type of watch or heart rate monitor to monitor this. Another way to do it would be to do 220 minus your age and then take 75% of that number. Both of these methods will give you a ballpark figure of approximately how much your heart rate should be when you're exercising. A third method is the breathing test. So when you're walking or running or riding a bike or rowing, and if you can breathe at a certain rate such that you can, it's almost like you can talk, but you can't talk. You could say short sentences. So let me give you an example of the intensity that you should be working at when you are exercising. So if I'm running and you go, okay, it's as if I can talk to someone. I'm slightly out of breath, but I can still keep going. If you can do that, if you're breathing like that, you're in the right ballpark as far as the intensity. High intensity interval training is great. However, it's too intense for most people, especially when you're out of shape. So this type of exercise where you keep the intensity at a moderate level is been shown to be the best thing you could do for your heart. Number 2 rule is you must do cardiovascular exercise daily. It needs to be something that you do every single day. This is not something you do twice a week, once a week, 3 times a week. It's something that you do every single day because your heart is always needing that stimulation to improve. The third rule is it needs to be a minimum of 30 minutes. Most people cannot do 30 minutes. So the standard that you want to go for is go out and walk, ride, do whatever the cardiovascular exercise you want to do at a certain rate so that you're following that number 1 rule, the breathing pattern, the intensity. If you can only last for about 5 minutes, then you simply do 5 minutes. As time goes on, you'll be surprised that all of a sudden you'll be able to start doing it for 7 minutes. You'll be able to then last 10 minutes. You'll start going for 15, 20, and you'll build up to 30. But if you can already do 30, then 30 is the minimum necessary to do every single day. The 4th rule is the more out of shape you are in, the easier it is to get that intensity right and that heart rate up. So for example, if you have that out of shape cousin that weighs 300 plus pounds and he smokes and he eats McDonald's and KFC all the time, believe it or not, there's a lot of people like that. Then when they start going for a walk, it isn't going to take a very long time before they get that heart rate up. So in that particular case, that type of individual should start as best they can. Maybe they can only last 3 to 5 minutes. If it's possible, they could do 3 to 5 minutes and then rest and then try again. And over time, if they change their lifestyle a little bit, they'll find that the cardiovascular exercise can improve their heart rate and improve their blood pressure enough that they'll start to get a lot healthier. Now, in contrast, there may be your neighbor who is an extremely annoying person because he's in such good shape. He rides a bike, he runs, he swims, he lifts weights, he's in fantastic shape. he's got 7% body fat. Well, that type of individual, when he wants to try to do cardiovascular exercise, it's going to require a lot more work. So he may have to actually be running in order to get the heart rate up to, let's say he's 50 years old, 130. Whereas your cousin may only have to walk at 3 miles per hour. Your neighbor may have to run at 6 miles per hour in order to get that same type of stimulation to the heart. The reason this is important is because it's impossible to tell you you should walk at X miles per hour or you should do this many things, because so many people have bodies that are so variable. It really depends upon your starting health. But I can tell you that if you start doing this and put an effort in every single day, just like you would put an effort into taking your blood pressure medications every single day, you'd be surprised how much cardiovascular fitness can improve your blood pressure. Believe me, if the pharmaceutical industry could somehow market or bottle and put in a pill the effects of exercise, they would totally do it. You'd have to take the pill every day, but why not do things naturally that could be much cheaper, less side effects? Because you know, as soon as you try to put something in a pill, it's going to have side effects, negative side effects. If you have found that exercise improved your blood pressure such that you got off blood pressure medication, tell people. Let them know in the comment section so people can read and be encouraged by other people that have done it. In the meantime, if you're not sure what to eat to lower your blood pressure, then watch this video right here on the right side. This will give you a good idea of what's happening. And just like a classic YouTube, there's the emergency medical system, the ambulance going after someone. You could hear them just going past my office. There they are. They're gonna pick up another person. What's the #1 killer in America? Heart disease and strokes, cardiovascular disease. So I'd get on it.